Guys, it's time to talk. I made a terrible mistake, and I don't know why I did this to myself again. My 100 dungeon run series. If some of the longtime standing viewers of the channel may have seen me do this about 5-6 years ago, I did 100 runs of Deadmines plus a bunch of other dungeons. I decided to start this all over again, 5-6 years into the future now. We're going to be doing 100 runs of Deadmines again. For those that don't know, Deadmines is in Westfall. It's in the town of Moonbrook, just inside this little barn here. You got to make your way through the barn, down up these stairs, and then through a mine. The instance portal will be at the end of the mine. Pretty simple to find. Just got to follow through, and I'll be cutting to the dungeon portal. So at the end of the mine here, you can see the dungeon portal. On the bridge right outside the dungeon portal here is a rare spawn. She spawns fairly frequently. Unfortunately, she's not here this time. Her name is Marissa DuPage. She drops some alright loot. But the big one you want to watch for when you're making your way through here, there is another rare spawn just a few hallways down called the Brainwash Noble. You can come to about here and type /target brain. Unfortunately, he's not up, but if he was, you'd be able to target him from there. He drops two different staves, the Staff of Conjuring and the Staff of Nobles. Both are very high value transmog items. Collectors want them for all the things. So it's just something to keep an eye out for before you do start your dungeon run. So I'm not going to hold your hand and walk you through Deadmines. Everybody's been through Deadmines. This dungeon's 20 years old at this point. The best thing you can do for this place is just build a character that has a lot of plus speed. My druid has 180% plus speed, 3 different sprints with Stampeding Roar, the Tiger's Dash, and then I have a jewel crafting for the ruby hair just to get through this place quicker. One thing you can do to sort of maximize your profits is you can pick up mining, because there are mining nodes throughout the dungeon. You can mine tin, copper, and the occasional silver vein. Can't see them on my minimap for this character because I don't have mining. Didn't bother me too much. I didn't think it would affect things that much overall. I know in my last video for this I did have mining, and I did pick up a couple hundred extra ore, but I don't really think it made or break things. At this point of the dungeon, you take a left here. There's always a chest in this corner here. In the past, this chest was locked. They made a change at some point in time where the chest is no longer locked ever. Which is a pretty positive change because you can find a lot of decent loot in that chest. And like I mentioned in 2019, I think it was when I made the video, the dungeon is just gated off by death animations of the bosses dying before you can progress, and it just drives me absolutely insane that you just can't sprint all the way through here. You gotta wait for the bosses to die. This one notably is the worst. Gotta kill these 4 guys to summon him. And then you just gotta sit here just being annoyed. Now, it's not too big of a deal if you're running through here once or twice, but I did this 100 times and it just gets on your nerves after 100 runs. And then after that boss there, just down this tunnel a little bit and to the left, is another chest here. These chests, the 2 that I mentioned throughout this video before, are always spawned and they're never locked. So that's huge. So I made sure on a normal run that I would have my Tiger's Dash up at this point. I would time it a lot better than I did this video. I would Tiger Dash from there, I'd grab that last pirate, and then I'd swing around the whole back side of the boat. Just making sure you're grabbing all the pirates, because like the bulk of the mobs that are in this dungeon are pretty much just on this boat, it seems. So you want to grab them all, jump over this part here, make sure not to fall in the water. I don't know how many times I fell in the water, like 6 or 7, and it's pretty crappy. Once you get to the top here, just finish off grabbing everything. I like to moonfire that guy because it spawns cookie in here in a moment, and then you just line of sight things. But that's essentially it for the run in the dungeon itself, the location of the dungeon, and we will talk about loot in just a second here. Okay, let's get into the loot for my 100 Deadmine runs here. Just keep in mind, I obviously know that some of these prices are going to change. Nothing's definitely going to sell for sure. It's going to take a lot of time to sell some of this transmog too. but I'm just going off the current market value of my server at this time. I know some of the average values change here and there depending on your server, but we're just going to use my server for the time being. So I ended up getting 12 pairs of metalworking gloves. Currently they're going for 1,870 gold for a total of 22,440 gold. I'll have numbers for all of this on the screen too as I'm putting this together. Also, they'll be down in the description as well. I got 7 Stonemason Cloaks, 1,999 gold each for those, for a total of 13,993 gold. I ended up getting 9 Defias Mage Staffs. They are currently going for 20,000 gold on my server. I can't see that staying, as like the region average is about 5,000 each, but hopefully they do stay up. At the 20,000 mark though, that's 140,000 gold for the 9 staves. Next, let's move on to the Goblin Leggings. I got 6 of those. Currently, they're going for 2,559 gold each. That's a total of 15,354 gold for all of them. So the Woodworking Gloves, I got 10 pairs of those. They currently go for 263 gold a piece. That is a total of 2,630 gold. Next we have the Goblin Screwdrivers. They're currently going for 5,999 gold a piece. I got 6 of those, so that's a total of 35,940 gold. Next we have the Blackwater Cutlasses. I looted over 100 of them during the course of the 100 runs, but I only ended up keeping 20 because I'm never going to be able to sell 100. But these are going for 250 gold. At 20 of them, that's 5,000 gold. The plan with these items is I'm going to spread them out between 10 different servers. That's 2 a server, should be manageable to get them all sold. And then kind of the same thing with the Defias Rapiers. I looted about 40 of these, I think it was, but I only kept 20 blue ones. Those currently go for 196 gold a piece. I also looted 3 purple ones. They go for the same price on the auction house. I'm just hoping someone will see purple and they'll be more likely to buy it, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, the 23 of those total at 196 gold a piece. That's 4,508 gold. I also got 3 pairs of Defias Gloves. These things are going for 5,000 gold a piece. I got 3 of them, so that's 15,000 gold. And I looted 4 pairs of Defias Pants. The Defias Pants are going for 27,840 gold. That's a total of 111,360 gold on the 4 pairs of pants here, so that's kind of huge. The average is a little bit lower across all servers, but I've seen this price pretty stable on mine. I think that's it for the zone-wide BOEs, gone through all of that, but I'll have the numbers for all of those on the screen here. I did keep a handful of valuable green transmog too out of the dungeon. We have Warrior's Tunics. I kept 6 of those. They're worth 210 gold a piece. That's 1,260 gold for all 6 of them. I also kept 4 pairs of the Buccaneer gloves. 5 pairs. There's actually 1 in the mail. So that's 165 gold a piece for those. A total of 825 gold for them. And then the simple blouses, I've always had great success selling these in the past. I looted 5 of them. They're currently going for 167 gold, but there's 0 auctions on the auction house, so I may be able to mark that up a little bit. But at the 167 gold mark, that is 835 gold for those. And then a similar item to the simple blouse is the burnt vest. At the time of recording this, the burnt vests were going for 586 gold. They do vary a little bit, but at 586, that's 4,102 gold. And then Spellbinder Robes. I got 5 Spellbinder Robes. They're currently going for 700 gold a piece. And at 700 gold, that's 3,500 gold total for the 5 of those. And then kind of the same thing with the Green Wing Macaws. I kept 20 of those. They're currently going for 100 a piece. That's 2,000 gold for the 20. I'll spread those out between 10 servers. And then down here we have Bard's Tunics. I looted 2 Bard's Tunics. They're currently going for 500 gold a piece, so that's 1,000 for the 2. And then the Bard's Boots. I have 6 pairs of those, going for 261 gold each. That's a total of 1,566 gold for those. And then finally, we have a pair of Buccaneers boots. They're going for 380 gold for the pair. And the raw gold that I looted throughout the whole run, this is just looting the coin off the monsters and selling the dungeon blues off of the bosses. I looted a total of 10,590 gold, which I think is pretty decent for Deadmines for only 100 runs. Now let's go over some of the other stuff I looted throughout the runs. I looted a total of 80 patterns. The value on all of those equaled 5,639 gold. The most notable ones were the swiftness potions recipes. I got 6 of those. Those were valued at 323 gold apiece. And mechanical squirrel box, those are 316 gold. I got 3 of those. As far as the cloth goes, I looted 12,422 linen and 32 wool. The total value on the cloth was 994 gold. The leather that I got into place was 120 light leather and 9 hides. The total on that was 147 gold. The ore that I got into place was 102 copper, 82 tin, 3 iron, and 2 silver. The total value on that is 581 gold. Just got a small assortment of gems here that I looted throughout the dungeon runs. The value on that was 45 gold rather. And then we looted some various herbs here. These old world herbs are like worth quite a bit still, which is surprising, and they do move. Like there's, 9,377 briarthorn that sell every single day. The value on these herbs is 258 gold. And then throughout the course of the 100 runs, I ended up disenchanting 393 items. They were just green items that were never really going to sell, or they weren't going to sell for a whole lot. The total value on that was 6,543 gold in enchanting material I got. That's 394 Greater Eternal Essences, 632 Rich Illusion Dust, 62 Strange Dust, 11 Large Brilliant Shards, 30 Greater Magic Essences, and 38 Lesser Magic Essences. When I go to sell these though, I will be splitting the essences just to see what sells for more, probably selling a combination of both. Like right now, a Greater Eternal sells for 394 gold for 1 Eternal. If I split it into 3 smaller ones, they sell for 4 each, so that's 12, but depending on what they're selling for at the time. The lessers could sell for more than the greaters. So we're just going to go over the totals of the items that were previously mentioned here. So for the zone-wide BOE blues, those ended up totaling up to 226,362 gold for just the BOE blues. The green transmog that I listed, all this stuff here, that totaled up to 15,396 gold. And then the crafting materials and the patterns on my other character, that totaled up to 14,263 gold. So that comes out to a grand total of 256,021 gold of item value that I had farmed. Of course, I'm probably not going to see that total value when I sell these things, but I should get a decent chunk, even though it may take a very long time to sell everything off. Now, if you found this video interesting, you can come join me over on Twitch. I do plan on doing more 100 dungeon run videos. The plan is to just go through every dungeon from Classic to Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. I know it might take me a while, but that's the current goal, and I'll be streaming all of this over on Twitch. So if you found this interesting, you could join me by supporting me over there, or just subscribing on the YouTube channel here. Thanks so much for watching this, guys, and I hope you have a great night.